All right, guys, today I'm working with a client. It's more of an industrial client. They're putting together some heavy equipment that they purchased, really expensive equipment. They wanted to capture it, real important. Something I want to teach you guys, you don't always have to use crazy gear for these high-end jobs. Sometimes it helps to have GoPros and things like that. So I want to show you how I'm using some Insta 360 style equipment, some DJI Pockets to capture images and video for this client. Stay tuned. Again, we're going to be using a lot of A7S3, but a lot of GoPro, a lot of DJI Osmo Pockets to get tight shots. And it's always important that you have those smaller cameras. People think it's all about the big sensors, the big cameras, but you need to have a lot of these smaller cameras to get a lot of time-lapse shots and things like that. C-stands and all that's cool, but sometimes it's about little stuff like this. Sometimes it's about clamping and mounting. And when you're in environments where there's a lot of moving stuff, you see all that moving equipment like that, you don't want to put a lot of C-stands out. You don't want to put a lot of random tripods out. These guys know this area using muscle memory. Look at all the stuff that move around. You don't want to add extra obstacles. You kind of want to use the poles that are there so they don't run over stuff. A lot of these are high voltage areas. That's why I like to use plastic clamps. I like to be mindful that I'm not hitting switches. Plastic clamps work well to clamp things like that. And then you can adjust your mounts to point at whatever. I don't like to use metal clamps, of course, because they conduct energy and they could be an electric hazard. So these are $20, $30. I'll post a link in the description. But here's an example of another rubberized clamp I like to use. Right, you can clamp these onto something like so and tighten it down. I use these a lot when I want to clamp these to the leg of a tripod, like so, and maybe put a monitor there or put whatever I want to mount on it. Another thing is these type of tripods here, where you can bend the legs and control them however you want. These are my favorite. I use them all the time. Got about 4 or 5 of them. Even if I need to wrap it around the legs of a tripod or do something crazy with it, these are great to have and they're fairly inexpensive. I will also post these in the link in the description so you guys can find them. I mean, these are little cheap things you need to keep with you depending on what your niche is. It's hot out here. As far as truck layout and what I got where, if you look at module 3 of the master course, I really go into what you need in your truck and why. I really go into the type of van you need and how you need to set your van up. If you've not taken module 3, do not go out and buy a car or a truck. You will make a major mistake. So now the client has the equipment set up and we're going to shoot some test shots of the equipment working and just get some shots of employees demonstrating how the heavy equipment works. Alright guys, so that's that. A little bit of A7S3, a whole lot of GoPro, DJI Osmo Pocket, heavy machinery, indoors but outdoors, hot. You know, I got the back saver, I got the truck, we're in uniform, all the stuff I'm telling you to do, I'm doing. Went with a whole lot of fancy equipment. Yeah, I own Reds, didn't use them. Use mostly GoPros, GoPro 6s at that. Why GoPro 6s? Because they do 4K 60. And if I tore one up, the client would have replaced it with a GoPro 10, and I would have got a free upgrade. With that being said, I'm gonna ask that you like, share, subscribe. I'm trying to give you guys more videos where I'm outside of the office. If you're a Gold member, go over to the Gold member community so we can talk about how much we made with this shoot, how I got this shoot, and all the money stuff. All my Gold members, I'll see y'all over there.